Hello and welcome to day 52 of Getting Good at Talking. I'm Leah and I'm recording myself every day talking to camera so that I can get better at talking to camera. I'm on a walk and I just stopped at the porta potty, and the porta potty is next to what do you call it? Not a skating rink. You can skateboard there, or like ride your little trick bike or roller skate. What is it called? Like a little skate park, I guess. Anyway, there were two guys there, and when I was walking back past the skating rink, one of the guys asked me how old I am. First question. I took the opportunity to ask him how old he thought I was. 24. 24. So I'm 24 today. No, I told him my real age. And then he asked for my Instagram, and I gave him my Instagram because I give out my socials now. Not my social security, but my social handles. And I think it makes me giggle thinking about people who meet me, who see me in person, and then who visit my social accounts, and they see this glimpse of who I am, like other than like what I look like. And it makes me giggle because the past few videos I've posted have been me dancing like this. And it just, yeah, it makes me giggle thinking he's gonna see these. And that's me. So anyway, I was like, maybe I'll do this. I was thinking about recording this later because my niece is going to be over later, and I was going to get some topics from her that I could talk about. But then this guy thought I was 24, and I was like, I can't pass up the opportunity to share that this guy thought I was 24. I think that's the youngest I've gotten. That's the youngest I've gotten. It's usually 25. So 24. I'll take it. I'm 36. And yeah, I'm just riding the high of someone thinking I'm younger than I am. You know, why is that such a thing? Because we're taught not to age. We're taught we can't age. We can't start to look old, or like that's the whole point of being here and being human, is like aging, learning, experiencing. And it's wild to think how much money goes into advertising and marketing for all of these products and procedures to make us look younger. And that's not the point. That's not why we're here. And I just feel like we've lost the plot. And I mean, I'm riding the high of someone thinking I'm younger. But it's like I don't really think I look younger. but my energy is that of a younger person. And so it is a compliment to me because I do feel alive and vibrant and young. I feel youthful. And I don't need someone else to tell me that, but I will take it. I will take it. Anyway, I also thought I could just record a video, just like a standalone video, you know, about this. But then I was like, why not? Since I haven't recorded it yet. And I hope I got it right. I hope it is day 52. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. There's just a giant beetle on the path. And I stepped over it because I'm careful. Like, I always step over creatures. Like, even the ants, like, you know how they'll do little trails across the trail? I'm careful to not step on them. Anyway, yeah. What else? I don't really have anything else. There's a mosquito on my arm. I these days I don't even kill mosquitoes if I don't like if they like fly away when I blow on them, like if they don't and I swat at them and they die, that's just, it's not my intention to kill them, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. We're all God's creatures. Yeah. Just a 24-year-old out for a stroll. But yeah, back to I maybe do want to talk about it a little more because I do believe we've lost the plot. And I have talked about this in another video, but there's just like so much concern for how we look, and that's not the point. That's not the point of being here. The point is to live and experience, and I'm repeating myself because I feel like it's so important, and it's so sad how many of us dedicate so much time to how we look when that's not the point. Yeah. I was thinking about this earlier. I don't know what triggered the thought. I was just thinking how I know a lot of people who have had plastic surgery. They've had boob jobs, nose jobs, they have veneers, they have fillers and Botox. Is Botox fillers? I don't know. They have all the things. They have laser hair removal. They've done all these things to, oh, I was looking at my hairy legs. That was it. Anyway, I know a lot of people who have done these things, all women that I can think of. I don't know if I know any, actually, yeah, I do. Mostly women, though. And so actually it was a few things. I was thinking about my hairy legs. And then I was thinking about my chest. And my boobs are not big by any, like, they're not. they are the perfect size for me. And I was thinking about people who have gotten boob jobs, and like, I wonder if they ever regret it. Or I was also thinking about people who take, so in addition to plastic surgery and all these aesthetic things, I know people who are on like the GLP-1s, and I don't think we talk enough about the psychological effects of doing these things to our bodies, because it's the transition, like after these procedures, is like, it's like really fast. And so our brains, I feel, would just be really confused at that drastic of a change occurring so quickly. When, like, if we go about things naturally and like we're working out and we're eating differently and we're losing weight or recompositioning our body, it happens, you know, slowly. It's a lot of times a lot slower than we'd like to, you know, but it happens over a period of time, and our brains are able to, you know, adjust, I guess. And so I feel like I've never done any of these things, so I don't know, but I was thinking about, if I had done any of these things, like, my brain would be so confused, like my body would be so confused. Like, how do we look like this now when we looked like this like a few days ago? Or like, I don't, you know what I mean, depending on the procedure. And I don't believe like counseling or therapy or is like suggested in tandem with these procedures, but I feel like it should be, right? Because I don't know, that's just my way of thinking. Like, my brain would be like, what the fuck did we do? How are we here? Explain it, show your work. And you're like, I can't show the work because I didn't do the work. And so that, I feel like that process goes through our brains. Show us the work. You can't show the work. And then psychologically, you're like, I cheated the system. And then that, you know, seems like it could snowball into an identity issue. I don't know. These are just things I think about, and I just feel like it's important. It's an important reminder that the way we look is not the point. That's not the point. The way we feel is a big part of the point. Yeah. The way we feel is important. The way we look, not so much. Although, okay, so this also, I believe we all look a certain way because of our purpose. Like, everybody has everybody has their purpose. Everybody, and it's our job to find out what that is. Like, and it could take our entire lives to figure that out. Like, you got to live before you know. And a part, like, we don't look the way we look by accident, is basically what I'm trying to say. And so the other day I was thinking, like, I really like the way I look, and I'm really proud of how healthy and how fit and how I'm just really proud of how I feel and how I look. And I was looking at my hands, and I was like, I did this. Like, I did all of it. I did the work to look and feel the way I do now. And I was like, I'm like really attractive, and I have a really nice body. Like, so what is my, like, how does that fit into my purpose? And sometimes I just like to fuck around with God, and I've really been using my I don't know what you call it, but I ask God, Spirit, Source, yes or no questions a lot, and how I feel in my body is the answer, yes, no. And so I was like, I do look really good, God. Like, am I meant to start an OnlyFans or no? Like, I I wouldn't. And the answer was no. It was a very clear no, Leah. That's not it. Keep searching. That's not it. And so yeah, anyway. This life is more feeling, less how we look. That's basically the message I'm feeling called to share as this 24-year-old. I know, I'm part of the problem sometimes. I know. You are beautiful in every single way. Words can't bring me down. Oh no. You know? Or whatever the words are. I'm pausing because I'm like, is there more? Is there more? Is there more you're asking me to share? And I did think of something. I thought of my child self, and I've thought of a lot of different conversations I'd have with my child self, like different ages, you know, for different understandings of different things that occurred in my life. And I haven't thought of this one before, but yeah, I have. That's a lie. Like, I wouldn't want to have that conversation with her of like, I'm having a hard time with this topic, because I'm not saying it is bad to do any of these things. I'm not saying that. I don't believe that. I believe, like, you do what makes you happy. Like, that's cool. And so I'm having a challenging time trying to get my point across because of that. Because I personally don't ever want to have that conversation with my younger self saying we didn't like this thing about us, and so we decided to change it in a cosmetic way, like with like a procedure. Like, I'd have to tell her I didn't feel like I was enough the way I was, so we made this change. When that little Leah loved everything about herself, my own brother, we went back and forth. We'd make fun of our noses, each other's noses, and I mean, when you're young, your stuff is all different sizes, you know. You gotta grow into it, kind of. And so that is something, like, I was self-conscious about, kind of, not really. I was just like, it's my nose. Like, I don't know. Since I was little, I just always had this understanding. And that guy he just did a bird call. That was funny. Where'd he go? There. You see him? I just always had this understanding that I look like I do for a reason. I was like, none of this is a mistake. None of me is a mistake. It was all planned. And knowing that, I never felt super subconscious, super self-conscious about any of my body or my face or anything. Of course I did a little bit, because I am human. I have not felt perfect my entire life. No, that's crazy. Anyway, I was just thinking, I could not have that conversation with my child self, telling her I felt like we weren't enough because of the way we looked, and we decided to change it. And because she would just be so confused. She would be so confused. Why she loves herself then, and like, why couldn't she love herself? Yeah. Anyway, there was a little something more to that, but I have forgotten, because I'm being honest. Like, I am not judging anyone's decision to change themselves in the ways that make them happy. I'm just speaking from my experience. And I know I can't make everybody happy, and I know that my experience is not everyone's experience, and I know I just need to worry about that less. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. So I can get more comfortable talking about what I believe. And because there's nothing wrong with what I believe. Nothing wrong with it. I'm allowed to believe what I believe, and feel how I feel, and think what I think. And I don't have to make everybody happy. That's not my job. I'm also not here to do that. It took me a while to figure that out. I thought I was here to make everybody happy. Nope. Nope, not it. Okay, I think we're done for today. So, I'll see you tomorrow. My voice phrase. I'm trying to be better about inflection, like being confident in my inflection. I think that's what it's called. And not like raising, like not speaking with a high pitch, you know. It sounds like a question. Like, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. So, I will see you tomorrow.